All right, so my number 2 is Contact, 1997. Robert Zemeckis, based on the novel by Carl Sagan. So this one, probably not on a lot of people's lists for sci-fi. I think it was fairly popular, but it's not an action-adventure at all. Jodie Foster, Matthew McConaughey, sort of exploration of faith and science and sort of this discovery that, done in a very scientific, very realistic way of a SETI researcher discovering or getting that first pulse of information that there is life, intelligent life out there, radio signal coming through, and dissecting that signal. It's set against this character's life story and the relationship that she had with her father, and then eventually needing to go on this adventure where she goes through space-time and discovers that there is a vast universe of life out there, and it's far beyond anything that we could understand. At the time, I just loved this movie. I think I saw it a couple times in the theater, and it just resonated for me, even though it was not at all an action adventure.
It was really well done. It probably deserves more respect than it got.
It's a bit long, but I just found it compelling. I ate up the whole thing.
So for me, my number 2 was The Matrix, and as we talked about already, this is a movie that just set the pace for everything that came after it. This was actually a hard decision between this and my number 1, which I'll get to in a few minutes.
My understanding is they're doing another one right now, and I don't think it's a reboot. I don't know if it's a continuation or just set in that universe, but my understanding is they're working on one right now.
I could see a new remake or a new version of it working. I completely can see that. I think that because we had The Matrix and then rapidly right after it, we had 2 and 3, I think that the storytelling didn't quite work. The learning from movie to movie wasn't in place. And so the things that worked in the first movie didn't really make it into the second and third movie. And because the second and third movie were filmed at the same time, there was no ability to learn on the second one in order to have to, improve on the third one. And, that I think that was a mistake doing the back-to-back movies like that.
Did you ever watch The Animatrix?
Yeah, The Animatrix was fantastic. They did an amazing job. To me, it felt like The Animatrix was really inspired by the design, the visuals of Akira, if you've ever seen that anime. And it seemed like there was a lot of influence pulled from that, and maybe even a little bit of Aeon Flux. I felt like to a certain extent the Animatrix was influenced by the Aeon Flux TV series on MTV.
From the Animatrix, I felt like The Matrix could be a great TV show, an anthology type where it's different people discovering, different characters. Could still have Neo and the other characters kind of intertwined with it, but for me it was exciting to see people realize in different ways that there's another reality beyond them and they're caught up in a much larger battle than their lives appear. So I would like to see more of that in whatever they do with The Matrix next.